Okay, so definitely one of those days where pushing buttons doesn't seem to always work well. So we're up to session number 90, or season 2, episode 52.
Way.
It is the 14th day of July 2051, and I believe that makes it a Friday. Because hey, everything seems to actually work in some form of order. And no, I don't use the internet to find out what the exact day is on a calendar, which also includes moons, so I can mess people up with moonlight.
Please. Just please tell me it's not a new moon today, Martin.
Well, it's not that hard to actually look. Okay, so the full moon of 2051 in July is actually not that far away.
Oh, we actually have light? That's probably not good for stalking through the forest, but anyway.
But it's on the 23rd of the month, which you're at the 14th, so you literally have 9 days to try to sort it out before you get a full moon.
So we're basically half moon back in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And let's face it, we're talking the depth of the Amazon rainforest. Moonlight's probably not much factor down on the good forest floor.
And just so you know, it's known as the full buck moon.
Full buck moon?
Yep. As the second of summer. Every moon has an actual official name, which I found out using a moon chart to tell me what all the moons were called. Didn't realise they had names.
I knew about like waxing and waning and
not counting that, just counting the full moons.
Yeah.
Each full moon of a year has its own name.
Huh. Okay. Good to know.
And the name is based on roughly where it falls. I think. Hard to tell. I haven't been looking at multiple years of what the full moons are.
No.
Okay, so at the table today we have Izzy.
Hello. I am playing Poppy, our flower-infected rocker, and Jane has come along for the ride as well this time. Our cybernetic bunny with bad ex-boyfriends and an addiction to stuffed toys.
And for whatever gimmicky superhero stuff as technology keeps putting out.
Yeah, well, there's that too. And, you know, when she's not, you know, buying stuff from the stuff shack, she's modding her legs out to do cool tricks or kick up another ex-boyfriend. But hey, it's fine.
Hey, I'm sure there are notches for each ex-boyfriend you've kicked.
Pretty much, yep. Yeah.
Okay, online today we have Jeremy.
Good evening all, I'm playing Desmond Deadshot, the elf who grew up on the streets of Seattle believing that there was not much purpose in life except possibly the joy of motorcycle riding with the ancients. But to see each other, there's other things in life, in particular money, which he's now got almost enough of, but still need more.
Yes. It is always fun when you have to figure out.
If we can let these drop down at least some way towards getting money into a sort of number today. With a $250,000 in on stake.
Hey, $250,000 each in cash. Whereas if you manage to do the no lethality, you actually get the $250,000. Otherwise, you get deducted all the starting gear.
Mm.
So the starting gear is free if you manage to pull off the no lethal on the actual run.
Was it? Can I confirm? Is it no lethal on the plantation or no lethal on the run?
The run is the plantation.
Well, the run is everything up to the plantation.
From the wording of the thing,
yeah,
the run is the plantation.
Okay, so if we get ambushed on the way there and someone gets kicked too hard, we don't lose our money.
We haven't done the run yet.
That's fine. I'm just setting the ground rules.
Okay. But also, technically, all the stuff we've just been issued and came through was effectively deducted from our upfront fee.
Yeah.
Because we got 25k up front. So so I think they should account it as free if we do the non-lethal. I'm looking at the fact that it's a $250,000 with the pension with another 25k bonus available. So,
Okay, so that brings us to Ross.
Yes, I play Womp, the healer of the party and follower of Becky Thump from the BBC Champion. He is a little bit nervous due to the fact that he is going close to areas that basically has his uncle associated with. But on the plus side, he's going to be in an area that don't like Aztec technologies. So he's probably between a rock and a hard place.
well, you're not actually that much closer to Aztec technology than you were when you were in Seattle.
Yeah, but unfortunately, when we go back, we're going towards a lot of Aztec technology stuff.
You're going to be flying over both ways, but
Yeah.
So you have gotten some intel from your friendly guide telling you before he left you that. Oh yeah, sorry. Introducing the missing characters. I get sidetracked. We also have M joining us.
Hello, I play Bolt, not the sharpest bolt in the shed. And finally, out of Desrin Tower, we have Hollow, the ever recluse and internet sleuth fighter of Desrin Tower, has finally ventured out into the real world where there is no data connections.
And the only data connections you have are with the rest of the party. Does this mean you're constantly spamming them with message requests? Please click here.
I don't know. It's yet to be decided whether she likes this whole jungle adventure or not. We'll see.
Well, her entire network consists of the other party members.
Yeah.
So, unlike usual, where you can go and look up any animal video to amuse yourself, you're stuck with what everyone else is looking at.
She's probably messaging
Jane's magnificent
Bolt more than
legs.
anything else, saying, or Bolt and Womp, because I think those two were talking to the ship guy, and asking them all sorts of questions about the monsters that are totally going to eat us at night, or during the day, or whenever. They're out to get me, or us, or everyone, or all that jazz.
Okay, so... And I was looking at what they were saying for locations you're going to, and I may be able to find out where you're actually supposed to be going. Okay, and that brings us lastly to Josh.
Hello, I'm Josh. I play Nero, your cyborg expert hacker sent from Troublesome Path. And if I remember, recently saw equipment from his friends.
Which is also, for your interest, you'll actually have each of you carrying a drone, which would make things very easy for Nero to be able to connect with. Okay, so to give you a starting point.
Not all black this time.
Well, I didn't do too badly. So that is 3 white and 3 black.
Alright.
The force is even with the S.
On Monday, I did manage to do all black.
Yes, well, the last session was all black, right? That was the...
So two sessions in a row I've done pretty close to it. Well, hey, it means you've got a chance this time.
But I think we missed out on dice because I had to dip out before the start of the session because Josh was working and put me in bed, so I didn't get my dice rolled.
Well, hey, the basic rule is the dice are rolled at the end of introductions.
Yep.
And whoever's online at the time gets a dice roll.
I'm not saying that it's unfair. I'm just saying that that's why it didn't happen.
Okay, so does this mean Josh or M can remember what happened last session, or Ross to give them a rough rundown of what they've missed?
So we got into Brazil and then basically had to follow the leader through a couple of different stops. So I think we took a light plane to where we got on the boat with this current captain. Spent a week or so on the water. Is that right, Mum?
4.5 days on the water. You're gonna have
Four
to be.
and a half days on the water. Where we learned all about the jungle. And
Sorry,
the
you had a
dangers
week. You're supposed to have 4.5 things left.
Sorry, I missed
Sorry,
that one.
you spent a week. You spent a week on the river, but you've got where you are. You've got 4.5 days to reach your destination.
Oh, right, yep. Yeah. And yeah, essentially we were on the river and we were liaising with the boat captain and basically saying all the things that we needed. And he was also giving us intel on what's to expect in the forest, and he gave us an old book that had flora and fauna before magic was a thing, which Bolt and Womp were drooling over, probably Bolt drooling a little bit more. And yeah, essentially finding more about our run, where we have to find a very rare, is it an orchid?
Yep, a very rare flower which you have on a scanner.
Yes. So we have a photo of it, we know what it looks like. It's in a greenhouse on this plantation that we are about to trek to.
So I'm using the where it says we're supposed to be going, references the coast in the opposite direction. It's just hey, I've got a city name. Maybe I can look it up on the world map. No.
Nope. Awesome. Yeah.
I found the river. So if I zoom in, you might be able to see a very squiggly river.
Yeah.
A very, very windy Amazonian river. What else? Yeah, so we were learning more about the run. We gotta trek into this plantation, not kill anybody because we get a buttload of bonus money for not killing people. Get the orchid, put it in the container of transport that we got given to take it in, and basically get out of Dodge. We have to trek through the jungle again to get to our exit location.
We're coming a plane or helicopter.
I thought we got plane tickets out on a certain
We're coming a helicopter or a plane to get to that airport to get our plane.
Oh, okay, so that's your plan, right?
Well, that's the plan from the fixer.
That's what, I think that's what Helms told us to do.
Yeah, well, either way, we gotta somehow get to this airport with they basically imply that the stealthier you are, the better. And really don't murder people. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, you did forget the most important part of the whole mission.
Steal the
The
flower.
fact that the fixer was obviously running a very good reputation and lots of deep pockets, or at least deep pockets value Johnson, so that it is a valuable mission.
And
Yeah, well, that's what I said. Like, we get a buttload extra for not killing people.
That's right, but also the fact that the Victory has a reputation that means that we're less likely to get screwed out for Mr. Johnson if we do it right.
Yeah. And also, we might get more lucrative jobs like this if we manage to pull it off properly.
Indeed.
And hey, this is part of working for your Johnson of Harliquin. He actually let you bargain this time.
in addition, so it's stealing the orchid and leaving in its place a data chip. And was it a card as well with it? Like a note with the data chip?
I believe it was just the data chip.
Alright.
But I can refresh. You may have watched listening to what I said.
Yeah. But did I get most of the things?
I believe you did most of the things. You didn't really need to know all of it. Okay, so you've got to be able to bring the orchid back to you. You leave a small data chip in place of the flower you cut.
Just the data chip. Alright, cool.
And your container is a collapsible container that weighs 0.1.
Yeah.
Which means it doesn't really weigh anymore when it's expanded. Because why would you want to carry a huge container with you everywhere anyway? So, getting back to stuff. So you had finished last session doing a 5-hour flight which took you 650 kilometers downriver, it said. Which, when it says downriver, you're expecting it to go towards the ocean. It did not.
No.
So we were very confused. I think it was down map, not downriver.
Yeah. Inland.
Yes. Well, it was technically over the other river, the Jutai River. So if you look up on Google Maps, you can see the Jutai River, which I will give you spelling for if you want to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So Jutai River, which is how I could figure out, no, you're going inland, not actually reading the instructions. It is suggested that you can make 32 kilometers a day upriver by canoe. So it's actually sending you the correct version this time, not downriver. And so it'll take you 4.5 days, a total of 144 kilometers, and then you must travel the last 16 kilometers to a plantation on land.
Do you know the plantation's name or anything like that? Like, do we know
I
where
believe
we're
the
going?
plantation is supposed to be called Fonte do Sol, which is the name of one of the major cities in Brazil, not in this part of Amazonia. So I was like, where I went, well, type the name in, that will tell me something.
Nope. No, it won't.
Though Fonte do Sol may actually be a person as well, so who knows. I'm just going to cover my cat who seems to want a blanket. Now we should be happy. Okay, so do you guys have any plans about how you'd like to get into a life raft? I'm assuming Womp has one life raft.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does anyone wish to risk their life and sanity by travelling with Womp?
Well, how many boats have we got to work with?
Technically 2.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
So, well, I'm guessing that means...
Bit, right? Because I can make myself small if I need to.
Well, but the point is, if we've got 6 of us, is there 6 in the team? 1, 2, 3...
There are 6 of you in the team.
Or 7.
Sorry, 7. I forgot Jane. So there are extras. Thanks for that one. I actually forgot to put Jane on there. Poor Jane.
So
Behind again.
I would expect that 1 Womp does not equal 7 others, so I'm guessing that we are sharing a load bit more once the 2...
Yeah.
Or 600, I should say.
A womp is the same as 2.
Yeah. So basically, if we put 1 plus
sorry.
3
Sorry.
to 1, and
I was doing that wrong. Womp actually counts as 4 people.
4 people, yeah, okay.
Which is why it's hard to put him in someone else's vehicle. Because you want it to be big.
It's funny, you want him to be big, but he's also the smallest of the.
Yeah, I'm short for a troll. I'm still.
So that makes it 1 plus 1 in the vehicle in one boat and 5 others in the other boat. That means you've got 2 sets of 5s.
I'm happy to go with Womp and share the both.
Okay. Well, I would certainly suggest that we have at least one good spotter type character in each boat. So.
Yeah.
Jane's good at perception, right? Maybe.
Maybe. Perception. She 2 yellow and a green. She's okay.
I think that's better than mine. So yeah,
Alright.
sounds good.
Definitely 2 yellows and 2 greens. So. Okay, so who's going in with what?
She's got better perception if she's looking through a scope. I think it sounds like it's going to be Jane and I don't know.
Jane and Rob, and then 5 others in the other. Okay, so it's one goes to 1. So.
Poppy can go with Jane as well. Like, she's small.
Anyway. We can probably also shuffle around a bit potentially on the road. We've got 4 days worth of travel, so.
Yeah.
Also figured out how to get rid of the big green arrow off the pictures. I figured it out on last week.
Oh yay!
Cool.
I think the other thing to mention was the when we were traveling on the boat, the captain said, while you're traveling on the river, you're better off sleeping on the water than trying to like dock up and like camp on the river bank or the forest. You're actually safer on the water.
Which means whoever's bunking with Womp on the boat are paddling when Womp's asleep.
Okay.
Which is why Bolt thought he could go, because he's probably strong enough to paddle everyone or paddle Womp.
Jane would be as well.
Oh, true. I don't know stats that well, so.
She's got a strength of 5, brawn of 5, and agility of 5. So she's quick and strong.
It's probably the I would suggest if it goes in with 1 and then everyone else goes in the other way, it's probably the easiest.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, we'll go that way. So Bolt and Womp and then everyone else.
Okay, so you got told about 2 tribes in your region. The Amahukar, who are said to be rather friendly.
Friendly as in Uguchaga friendly, or friendly as in we're gonna murder you friendly?
Well, there is the Javaro ones as well, and they're sure that one of them is one and one of them's the other.
Okay, so they couldn't tell us like which one it is. It's just so great.
The guy in question says all the names sound the same to him. But he was the stiff upper lip Englishman who told you those details.
Mm.
Oh yeah, of course it was.
So you got the white man explanation.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Do both will either try and speak what we would think of as common or English type stuff, or do they both speak the linguist of provided?
The Linguasoft that was provided.
Right.
Well, you believe at least the friendly one does, at least. Not many people have reported a backpack about the unfriendly one.
Okay.
As they are reputed to be headhunters.
Okay.
And not in the, we want you to work with us type.
No. We're gonna take your head and shrink it.
Or turn it into bongo drums.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, well, I think we know who's in who's. We're just gonna start heading upriver. Are we going to...
We're actually heading the right way this time.
You are.
Yes.
Because we need to have that discussion about how the text is so inconsistent. I'm not quite sure where you were going. And when I tried to reference the names, it kept sending me to other parts of the map.
Yep.
So whichever way we're heading, it's the right way.
It's the right way. I'm just making
We're heading
sure.
inland.
Because it was, I think we worked out like half an hour before the end of last session that what we thought was the right way was not the right way.
And hey, after everything...
It's not for players, it's definitely clear for characters.
So, it's basically sending you down in this space down here somewhere. So this is roughly, that was where you just came from. Oh, no. But how have I actually shown you on the map? So there is Fontebourg, which you just came from, above where the finger is.
Sorry, I'm not quite at my desk because I'm just trying to get dinner cooking. I'll be there in 2 seconds. Sorry, because I did want to actually see the map and understand the map properly this time. I am seeing a map.
Okay, so if I zoom out a little bit. So it's roughly where the pointer is in Brazil. And this was where you actually stayed the night before getting on the plane trip.
Yes.
Now, the plane trip drops you on the river Jutai, which is supposed to have been flown. What was it?
The Marsh Rose or something? There's like the seaplane that dropped us?
You were flown 650 kilometers from. Where was that? It'd be nice if I could actually note it. Where so from that location where the mouse is, you're flown 650 kilometers.
Yep.
And you end up on this wiggly river that's going down here. And this wiggly river goes quite a long way.
Yep.
So I'm not exactly sure where this wiggly river tries to send you, but I'm thinking somewhere around here. So I'll just zoom out a bit here.
Yep.
And so it sends you into this area here. Though if you use the name that it keeps referencing, it sends you to the East Coast.
Way.
And the idea is once you finish, where is it? It wants you to get all the way down to where the mouse is here. That's your exit point. So you've got to fly from here across the mountains and land in time to get your ticket out of there.
Yes.
So it was discussed beforehand that you do not have your actual ID with you. You had to leave your ID with the boss before you jumped on the stealth ship, and he would probably be arranging for it to be left with your boarding passes. Meaning you don't have passports to get back in legally.
Unless we make that.
Unless you make that flight.
Yep. And how long do we have before that flight again?
Roughly, you've got about I'd probably say 1 or 2 days after you reach the plantation.
Yeah.
Because, hey, if he leaves it too long and you're being chased, you won't make it.
Yeah.
And if they're actually chasing you, you may not even make it if you get there on time.
Yeah.
Because, hey, you don't really want to piss off someone who has contacts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not more than you're already pissing them off. So, who's taking the first watch on boat?
Jane.
So let me see. We got boat A has in it Womp, and who's with Womp?
Bolt.
Bolt is with them. And boat B is everyone else.
Yeah.
Also, I'll just say Google Chrome has bought a split in view for the browser, and it's pretty incredible.
So you can actually show two browser windows at the same time.
Yeah. It's really cool. I'm using it currently, so I can have my character sheet up and also do other things without having to swap full tabs.
So Jane, Poppy. Jane's not Janie.
Jane. Just stop calling her that now. Wait till she gets pissed off. Maybe I rabbit kick in the face.
And it's like, hey, that's why you're in the other boat. Bolt keeps calling you Janie.
Yeah.
Very easily jump between the two, I think, and that's kind of the problem.
Lands on the other boat and sings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get what you deserve. So smack.
Okay.
I could just see that happening.
So I'm going to have the person doing the rowing doing an athletics, because if there's two people, it's a joint athletics check. But it's if Womp can't help someone, it's either Womp or Bolt. So is Womp or Bolt doing the athletics first?
I will.
And what is your athletics?
1 yellow, 3 green.
So this is a hard check for you.
That's 3 purple, isn't it?
That is correct. Okay, so it looks as if you succeed with a single success in rowing for many, many hours. And while that's happening, who on boat B are working together to row? Because you're combining your athletics, which means the worst attribute and the worst skill.
Alright.
I'm on the boat with Womp, right?
Oh no, technically it is the best skill and the best attribute because of the whole, that's only for dual wielding when you get the penalties.
If you will handle
Attribute, and I'll quickly go on.
Bolt has 2 yellow and 3 green for athletics.
Yes, but Bolt can't help because Bolt's on the wrong boat.
Bolt's sleeping.
Ah, yeah.
I guess Jane can do some rowing then, if that's the case. Or we don't want Poppy rowing. She's made it very she's very vocal about this whole thing.
Oh, she's just providing advice and telling them how they should be doing it.
Yeah, moral support. She's the person who sits at the back of the boat and just yells instructions.
She can technically do leadership to give them bonuses.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Shall she, boat explain?
Yeah.
What's her leadership?
I gotta get her character open. Jumping between two. Open tabs. Her leadership is a lot better than the Then her athletics is for damn sure. Alright, leadership is 1 blue, 6 green.
1 blue and 6 green.
Yep.
Which is a very good leadership.
That's an uninvested score. That's just... She just has charisma.
Okay, so that is an interesting roll.
Yep.
Okay, so yes, you end up with horse throat. But hey, you're given them, I'm going to say, 3 successes on their row. And who is the 2 doing the rowing, and what is the best attribute and best skill?
Well, I mean, I suspect that Nero and Jane are going to be the best at athletics.
Which means one should be on one shift and one on the other.
Yeah. So
because if someone doesn't give a bonus, they add a blue dice instead. So if they don't have the best attribute or best skill, they provide a blue dice.
Yeah. So then, well, so I don't know what the others are, but so Desmond is only 2 green.
Jane's
athletics blue dice to
is 1 yellow, 4 green.
Or
1 yellow, 4 green.
Yep.
So if Desrin is helping out on the first shift, he provides a blue dice.
Cool.
Yep, okay.
So Jane and...
But because of Poppy, they get 3 successes added to the result. Considering there were no failures in there, that is quite a successful thing. And so that ended up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 successes. So 8 net successes on rowing, leaving Womp and Bolt a little bit far behind. There's about 100 meters or so between them as they're going before they turn back and go, "Hey, where are you guys?"
We're trying to work between the grass anyway to keep the people somewhat together.
Okay, and as you hit morning, because you've been rowing most of the night, you basically find yourself in the midst of a bunch of American Indians.
Okay.
So we didn't notice someone coming up on us, or
it just happened around dawn, which is the hardest time to see things in the forest.
yeah.
So I will give you whoever's on watch, which
I think would be... Nero? If...
So is that
It's the morning, so it'd be a second shift,
2
right?
shifts, so we're talking, is that 1 shift or is that 2 shifts gone past?
well, that is one. There'll probably be about 2 or 3 shifts at that stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So...
Well, I guess if it's 2 or 3 for the coin, so which team's actually doing the work at the moment.
Yeah.
Certainly, when Des was working with, we said he was working with Jane, didn't we? Or did we say he was working
Yeah.
with
He was working with Jane.
Yeah, so...
So
Jane.
the fact that Desmond doesn't necessarily contribute a lot, possibly because he's also definitely looking on watch at the same time. So,
Which is always fun. So who do we have on watch?
Guess that'd be Jane and Desrin then.
Okay, so who's got the better perception?
Mine's 2 yellow and a green.
and Yeah, Desmond's 2 yellow and 2 green.
So it's an extra green, and we throw in a blue. Apparently there's a triumph involved.
That's probably advantageous.
Okay, so you succeed with a triumph and 4 advantages.
Damn. Alright.
Not only Mike rolls for triumphs, apparently. So, what you've determined is you don't believe these are the headhunters.
Okay.
Okay.
As they do look fairly passive, but with short bows and spread amongst the archers are the elderly and kids.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So we roll on by and ignore them, right?
Depends if...
Whether or not they are responding to us in some way.
Well, I'm presuming if they're transporting elderly and children with bows, they're just protecting their own. If we don't show any signs of aggression or care towards them, then...
So are they on the river bank or are they in boats?
They have boats that come out of the reeds near the riverbank.
Alright, so they're moving to intercept us.
Coming out to intercept us in some way.
Yeah.
Did Desrin plug in the Lingosoft?
Yeah, Desmond plugging in the river facility.
I'm assuming you had it in previously.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's got any electricity into the river so therefore, he can't take it from it, so...
Poppy's got it on air.
Okay, so they seem to greet you as Harliquin's minions.
That's knowing a bit. Didn't... how did that information get ahead? Alright.
Greetings, friends.
And they say they're here to greet you and offer you some assistance. And ask that you come back to the village with them.
Okay.
Well, it's probably been hard 12 or 24 hours of rerun for, so I guess we'll probably be happy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well, say now seems like as good a time as any. Like, we've already done the perception check, but would be looking out for anything that's untoward, just in case. But given that,
well, the translation says, come back to eat.
Yeah. Hey, sounds great.
Which, if it was the headhunter or cannibal, would also be just the same sort of statement.
Yeah, but the intonation might be a bit different.
Do any of them appear to have necrosis ability rather?
They do not. That's where the triumph came in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just as a note, I know they appear friendly, but well, just reminds everyone that we always sort of have someone on watch or on guard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Alright. Well, now's as good a time as any to take a rest, though, for given that we've been rowing for 24 hours. So.
Okay, so they take you to their current campsite. Apparently, you find out on the trip back to their location that a lot of the village up and moved recently to provide assistance.
Very kind of them.
Okay, they were expecting, well, they were obviously expecting us.
Yeah.
And then it seems the chieftain knows the name Harliquin, but the rest of the clan refer to it as the Laughing Man. Oh no, the Laughing One.
Yeah.
Very apt name they've given him.
And they say that in the thousands of years that the tribe has been in the Amazon basin, they have stories of the Laughing One going back to before they settled.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Been around a
incredible.
Sure, I was concept back behind him. 40 generations.
And they offer their advice on food, herbs, and survival tricks in the Amazon.
No.
Okay.
Definitely take
notes.
Which they do while you're relaxing and enjoying some river snake with some local berries.
Mm.
So it pretty much tastes like a hot dog with some relish.
Bolt likes the food when we travel. Much better than home.
The images of or the reciprocal images of crocodiles up to be.
Hey, we're at a time where Steve Irwin's kid is old enough to be able to pull that off himself. Who knows? He may be the next Dundee.
But yeah, okay. So, do they know anything about the terrain or inhabitants ahead of us, and or about the location we're actually going to?
They say they've been scouting the plantation for the last month.
Okay.
And in the last week, they've migrated back to the river to await your arrival.
At the request of the Laughing One?
They
Are they
yes.
doing all this because the Laughing One asked them to, or?
The laughing one suggested it might be fun.
Did they find it fun?
They're enjoying it so far. If you shot at us, then you weren't the right ones, and we got to kill you.
Okay. Probably a good thing they caught us all by surprise then. It was too late to try and shoot.
Well, I should say, what did they notice when they were scouting the plantation?
Well, they noticed that it is overtly guarded. When they say that they have it in the sense of it offends them just how much protection is on land that technically should belong to them.
Okay.
And most people allow them to wander through their plantations in their movements, but they're not allowed to wander through that plantation.
But not this one.
And yet the spirits of the forest
are allowing it.
Yes, they permit that exclusion.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, been directed that we can't thin those ranks of guards for you. If it can be all avoided. So.
They have no wish for retribution from the forest spirits, as they believe the forest spirits will pay back whoever harms anyone on the plantation.
So the plantation has the protection of the forest spirits?
It does. They're not sure why.
Are they likely to actively protect the plantation while we're there?
He does. The chieftain does say intent is everything.
Yeah.
A lone tribesman can literally sneak onto the thing and bop one of the guards in the back of the head with the intent of just putting a red stroke down the back of their helmet, and the spirits won't do anything.
Mhm.
Whereas if you sneak up with a set of poison darts and seek about trying to kill one, then there's a good chance a overly large creature of the forest may eat you before you even line up a shot.
So the warnings of don't kill them have a bit more meaning to them than what was originally implied.
Yeah.
Yes, it may not just be money, but there may not just a bonus involved. Technically, things are potentially easier if you don't kill them. And at least don't plan on killing them.
Yeah.
Possibly the forest spirit won't mind if they're patrolling on the top of the wall of the tower or something like that, and we get shot and fall asleep and fall off the tower. That's not necessarily our intent.
And they do say that even if your intent is momentary, fleeting, it is enough for the forest spirits to take offense.
Yeah. Okay.
We will go in with no intent to kill, basically, because otherwise that will basically ruin our chances of subdue, but not.
That's why we're not armed with much that will kill with intent. It'll be
Though
quite hard.
the laughing one did say that you will be sorely tested with such an endeavour.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it.
Some more so than others, he says.
Alright.
But they intend to shadow you to the
Was there a
location.
pointed look at Bolt just then?
It
Because I
wasn't.
felt the. No, I definitely felt that.
To be perfectly honest, Bolt may have felt that he was being singled out. Whether or not it was true or not is completely up to Bolt.
It's probably true. I probably will struggle to not kill people.
But let's face it, Bolt potentially counts as one of the forest spirits.
And it would be interesting if Bolt suddenly turned on the party because they had murderous thoughts.
What other inhabitants of the area?
They do talk about the Javaros, who tend to want to add to their collection.
Would it like to have protection for the forest spirits if they've got a murderous intent?
They're the ones with the murderous intent.
If they try to murder us, I guess the forest spirits aren't going to be on our side.
They basically carry out most of the pacification of the forest for the forest. Occasionally they go too far.
I'm guessing that they've been a part of the forest for a long time, and so it's not really factored in to if they try to kill someone or not, especially given that they're adding to their collection.
But they also say if it's the inhabitants of the plantation apparently have the protection of the forest spirits.
Guessing the Jabari do too.
Also likely have protection of the forest spirits.
Yeah.
Or likely to be in league with them, but
They serve the forest spirits and serve themselves, so it's hard to tell if killing them will anger the forest spirits. It is luck, they say, or insider knowledge. If you work with the spirits and they attack you, they're obviously not following the spirits.
Alright.
And he says that they are known as great deceivers, so they may be friendly just to stab you in the back while you're bending over as a greeting.
Yeah.
Is there any distinguishing, I guess, features of these other tribes?
They generally travel with raven shamans.
Raven shamans.
Generally, when you said that, they sort of really was thinking, it's not a double bluff. Basically, survival could be serious. Yes. We're protecting you from the
That they normally do pretend to be friendly until you sit down and realize that they've just poisoned you with the food they've given you. They've probably hit you with a paralytic dart and probably put some other form of toxin in the drink you just drank.
Yeah. And again, Jason suddenly thinks, hang on, is my foot going a bit now?
So Desrin is having a panic attack in the middle of things, having just eaten, drank, and possibly had some of his things dealt with some sort of poking.
Yeah. Psychosomatic symptoms. Am I thinking I'm making real? Is it real? What's going on?
Exactly.
As
these guys are friendly enough, or at least they're friendly enough with Harliquin, and hopefully Harliquin has to get us it's much easier to kill these units. You want to do it, so. Jason is a bit curious about the sorts of things that the Laughing One might have done for the tribe over the years, but.
well, apparently he is a friend, guide, and guardian of the tribe. Depending on his mood whenever he visits. Though,
Is it regularly?
he probably visits once a generation.
Okay.
And sometimes his visits can be seen as vengeful instead of friendly.
And did he visit recently to let you know that we were coming?
He did, they say, about a month ago.
Right. Before we had the mission.
Long before you had the mission. Long before you did some of the other missions.
Yeah.
It's all been set up for a while then.
It's always nice to know that we've got someone pulling our strings. Planning for us to be on its own when we hadn't been playing, we wouldn't even have been aware of the existence of it.
And they also talk to you about the man-eating plants, ranging from fly traps, the able to swallow a troll, to
Big flies.
heat sensitive vines that can pretty much crush a truck. Partly why they don't use petrol-based vehicles in the forest anymore is the forest will crush them. And it sees no distinction between person and truck at times. If you're slow enough to get caught, you're slow enough to be crushed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
And they do ask if you wish them to travel with you to keep the Jeparo at a distance, or do you wish to deal with them yourselves? For large numbers makes the headhunters less interested in hunting.
I think the numbers would certainly help.
Any support you can provide would be gratefully received.
Because they don't have to do anything but travel to provide such support.
Yeah. Hey, having locals able to give us some guidance sounds like a great option.
It's also something that if they travel far enough away the plantation, for example, then at least we might know whether or not there's been changes since they last looked.
And you do note that while they're having this discussion, they're offering you a few hours rest while they finish packing up their site for getting back on the river.
Yep.
If Bolt has had enough sleep recently, he'll probably still stay up on watch.
Okay.
over the party, and everyone else can get some.
Yeah, that cat
rest
definitely
over.
spooked you, didn't it?
What?
The cat.
The cat?
Yeah, the big cat.
Cat of unusual size last session. Jaguar the size of a tiger.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes.
You
that one.
missed
yeah,
that part, huh?
It did spook Bolt a little bit. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Okay, so Bolt does recognize that the tribal chieftain, he just refers to himself as chief, is a snake shaman. Which is amusing considering they served river snake as hot dogs.
That could be meaning we took part in a I don't know, religious offering. Maybe I don't know. I'll talk to him if he's hanging around to chat.
He does, as long as you have your data pad so you can translate.
No, yes.
Or you pinch Nero and say, "Hey, speech boy, here, do the talking."
No, I can use technology now, so I will attempt to communicate.
And not
through
break it
the-
during the same time. You have an int of 2, you probably won't break it unless you get angry.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so
I have hope now.
you have a long conversation about forests, running through the forest, the strength of nature and totems, where each totem has its own meaning and can provide each of its shamans with different abilities. The snake totem in general, he says, is a more of a healer totem than anything else, as the snake provides much wisdom in the forest.
That's Clavius, kind of.
Okay, that is. That might be able to help me with my curse then.
Does Womp stay up and go and talk to them?
Yeah, after finding out that he's a healer shaman.
Rest.
Yeah, that's
We're
it.
trekking through the Amazon.
Resting because this would have been part of at some point in our conversation.
Yeah.
I can feel Martin just like lining up the dice, like you get a fatigue and you get a fatigue and you get a fatigue.
yeah.
Well, considering you're going to be traveling with them for many days, Womp can get him on another rest spot.
It's true.
So you can tell Womp about it while you're traveling. Considering you'll be in the boat with him anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, I had this conversation last night, and Womp's going, "You didn't wake me? Well, you seemed so peaceful."
You were asleep. You were doing sleep. You rode hard all day, and I appreciated that you needed your rest.
And the tales he tells of Harliquin say he doesn't change through time.
Uh-huh.
And he helps remind them of their roots, their language, and where they came from.
He would be old enough to do that. Okay.
Which means he is more than maybe 2,000 or 3,000 years
Yeah,
old.
so he's immortal and has been around for a long time.
There were hints.
That kind of just confirms it.
And apparently this tribe is one of his pet projects.
Clearly.
Yeah, because they mentioned that he was a guide, friend, and
Sometimes vengeful spirit.
yeah, sometimes vengeful spirit, but it sounded more like that unless they really pissed him off. He was more either like a guide or friend. Or if someone really pissed him off, either way.
Okay, so the next day you take to the river with a fleet of boats around your rubber rafts, and you occasionally see beasts of unusual size by the riverbed. including at least 2 visits by a jaguar the size of a large bear.
Did Bolt get a good look at that one?
He did, but now that he's seen it up close on the riverside, he realized he underestimated the size because he didn't think cats got that big.
Well, no, he didn't because he's never seen them before. But what I'm interested in is if it's the same one, if it has similar markings. Or I take notes. Bolt's actually taking notes. This is very unusual for Bolt.
He believes it's the same one, but hey, he doesn't really have 2 side by side to compare, and all the spots look, and it's got no spots, so it's a black cat with green eyes, the size of technically a horse, but bulky like a bear.
I mean, there's usually some distinguishing feature, like a tuft of fur goes a different way, or like a cowlick on their back goes like the swirled one way.
Well, seems to have glistening short fur and no obvious scarring makes it very hard to tell exactly what makes this one different than the others, unless it's the only one.
True.
It may be.
Ask the climate folk next time.
I mean, what I could ask them next stop, but I can also potentially borrow a spyglass and get a close look from when it's drinking water.
Does Womp have a spyglass? No, he didn't bring one with him. So you're hoping the Indians have a spyglass?
Or you can look down the scope of your rifle. Just make sure you're really clear with your intent as to what you're doing. Hand off the trigger.
Do I have a rifle? Bolt usually doesn't.
Everyone's got a sleeper rifle.
Yeah, everyone was given a air rifle that fired sleep darts.
Oh, that's right. It's not a gun though.
Oh, it is literally a gun, but it only fires sleep darts.
It's a tranquilizer rifle.
Yep. Lisa, put things to sleep.
The other thing I would suggest that we do is talk to the chief or some of the others about the looking at the map and trying to figure out the best way to approach the orchard so that we can get in. Use their experience on the terrain so that we can formulate a plan of attack.
Their version of it is the shortest route from the river.
Yes, but they'll also have an understanding of here are high points, here are low points. There's lots of foliage here.
They do that around it, but for some reason they only ever want to approach it from the river.
Interesting. All right.
Is that because of the monsters of unusual size?
They say the forest doesn't like meandering in certain places.
And that's what they were talking about before. By this place seems to be under the protection of the forest spirits.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Do the climate folk have any particular concerns or thoughts on our equipment?
They generally
On giant droids?
they don't seem to have anything tech based, but their understanding of science seems to exceed that of what you'd expect a simple villager.
Yeah.
As they can talk quite complex concepts in their native language that is has words for it.
Yeah.
So that they have words for astronomy, geology, and many other sciences that just don't exist in most languages.
Yeah. But the other part of my curiosity is how does our equipment and the armor, the weapons, and all that stuff compare to what the guard folk at the plantation have got?
Oh, they basically say that you will be hard pressed to take them by force if your intent is to kill them. Their gear seems to be very resistant to many forms of attack, but seem to be are completely ineffective against the stinging of insects.
So sleepy dart guns was a good choice.
As the forest punishes those with the insects, as he says that you do see a swarm of them fly overhead.
like, hey, we're here, just warning you. We exist.
Says, well, speak of them and they come.
So,
Just don't speak of
speaking
them. Yeah, just don't speak of them as a curse, or it is you who gets cursed.
I get the vibe that this forest is very much about respect. Like, if you show it respect, then you can have way less issues.
Yes, and don't harm the plants just because you can, or you wish to make a path through. Go around.
Yeah. And like don't overhunt, don't hunt just because you can. You're hunting because you're like starving to death, basically.
Well, you're hunting because you need it for nourishment, not for trophy.
For sport, yeah.
Just as any other predator in the forest.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But while you hunt, there's a good chance you will be hunted.
Yeah, I'm just getting a vibe of like there's a lot of respect that goes on in this ecosystem, the spirits and that.
And you
So
get
if you don't disrespect it, you were on a better path than most people, I think.
And they also say that the river has been given to the tribes for travel, which is why you'll find any sort of settlement next to a river, except for the plantation.
Yeah, right.
If it's not next to a river, there's something wrong, he says.
So that's why you're confused about the plantation having...
They believe the plantation has been given special permission, which he doesn't agree with.
Yeah, okay.
So they're not part of any tribe that you know of?
Tradesmen don't use petrol-based stuff in the forest, have access to flamethrowers, automatic weaponry, and even lasers.
Oh, okay. And these guys still got exception?
That
Yeah,
is why they see it as odd, is the disregard for the forest around them, such that the forest keeps its distance.
Bolt's kept it to ask if they know much about this walker you're meant to be obtaining from the plantation.
Well, do you ask?
I mean, we've got days of travel to ask this question, so I might run it past Desmond first and just say, hey, like, I want to ask these people this, but I don't want to just, like, jump the gun.
Yeah.
Certainly, Desmond would be happy to ask about what sort of capacities there is at the plantation and things anyway, so, yeah, no for that. I guess one question that comes up, we've got a few days to talk to them. Yeah. Do they speak a language that party members can speak, or is it party members having to go through Desmond and Nero and Jane with their
Poppy's got a translator. She's got comlink thing.
Yeah, she's doing hers via tech.
Okay, yeah, happy with that, yeah.
So yes, you do need a translator because part of their tribe is they don't speak other languages.
Yeah. People could be working through their comlink, then that's easy enough there.
Which does
basically what Bolt's been doing with the chief.
Yeah, happy with that.
Which is where it does make the whole speaking with a lot of knowledge of the scientific
more
world.
impressive.
come across as in their native language, not using translated words or imported words.
Okay.
And there's also a feeling of their language actually is older than the tribe.
Okay.
Potentially coming from something called the Third World, as they have stories relating to, which Jeremy will understand.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense to you, Jeremy?
Yeah. But not today, son.
If anyone has a lot of knowledge, so I'd say education. Probably be law for this one. Does anyone have 3 or 4 ranks in law?
Yep, Poppy does.
Okay.
I've got 3 ranks in law.
Okay,
Poppy's
so
got 4.
you recognize that the current age is considered the 6th age of people, meaning that the technological age was the 5th age. So Magic Awakening became the 6th age. The previous magical age was considered the 4th age, and there was a technological age called the 3rd age before it.
Oh my god, Bob might actually be able to understand this because he has a Lord of 4 as well.
So it alternates between tech and magic.
So the concept of the sixth world which I set in would be really common knowledge for most people. He's aware of the fact that, hey, the first Red Dragon appeared on December 24, 2012, which was the end of the Mayan calendar. At that point, the December was the end of the Mayan calendar at that point in time. So, and as I say, it was the Mayans had it right in the sense that, yes, it was the end of the world, because it was the start of the new world.
And that's also what the Mayan calendar is when it ends, it restarts.
Exactly.
And going through cycles.
Yep. So it's the end of one cycle, the start of the next.
Yeah.
And
Particularly from the law perspective, is that understanding that, the sort of the magic level of the world goes in a bit of a sine wave type of arrangement, so that each time it crosses over a 0 point, as you might call it, is the start of a new world or the end of the old one. So.
And it means that part of their culture must extend way back through a age of loss. At the highest point of magic of the 4th age, majority of humanity was wiped out.
I mean, it kind of things that in the common gossip of the world is the idea that the elven language is revealed, which most people think that, hey, those uppity elves must have made up on the spot. The uppity elves claim that it was a language that had been in existence for several thousands of years.
And the hints that you get is peripheral. The elven language was a 4th age or 4th world language, whereas this tribe appears to be a 3rd world language.
Just keeps.
It's older than the elves.
Jeez. Alright.
But yes, so.
Okay, so using their words, they describe the map up you see on the screen with squiggly lines and boxes that they draw on the ground on the next night. With the area marked as A, if you can read it, is the fence on the outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the area
Can I
marked.
describe the fence? What sort of boundary are we talking about?
Chain link, 5 meters tall and electrified.
Okay.
So probably in their terms, empowered.
Yep.
Then area B is a airstrip. So it's generally kept well lit at night. Basically enough that the darkness of the forest cannot encroach. Area C is the main mansion of the estate. And it said that the Senior Aquila will arrive once a month for time in the estate.
Does Senor Aquila mean anything to us?
It just says it is a Portuguese wealthy landowner who has managed to, they believe, buy his way into the forest. Of course, what he's bought with it is probably related to losing his soul, they say.
Yeah. But the name wasn't like Helen didn't talk about the name when he described when he gave the details of the plantation. He didn't actually have much description of the owner of the plantation or anything?
He did not.
Okay.
They kept it nice and vague, but I believe Desrin would have strong hints as to what it would be, having already done many of the runs so far.
Yeah.
Because nearly every run has related to elves and Eron the Scribe in some way.
Exactly.
Okay, so Area D is a greenhouse which is attached to the house.
Okay. Is that what we believe is the location of the orchid?
It would be where
Do we have that description?
you believe that would be the place where you'd find it. But who knows for sure. And they say that a beast that can stalk both the seen and unseen is in residence there.
Okay.
It's not only a paranormal animal to know what that might describe.
Absolutely no idea.
Well, as a player, I've got some ideas, but I'm not going to see character. Desert certainly is not one who knows. So
I would
if anyone does have paranormal animal knowledge or.
I would say Bolt would be the closest one and would recognize.
I was about to say Bolt could maybe guess.
I would say Bolt would think it would be a Barghest.
Barghest, did you say?
Yes. As in like giant hound-like creature that has a paralysing howl and I don't think the Shadowrun Barghest actually turn into zombies, it doesn't.
It does not.
Oh look, he's family, right? He's fine.
We probably don't want to rely for the full moon because you might have to follow it.
Okay, so Area E next to the airstrip is a hangar. There is a Cessna inside, though it would be a squeeze for your troll. No seat on a plane like that will cater for someone of his size.
Yeah. But there's, so there's not any other aircraft that we might be stealing, so.
Okay.
Enjoy the cargo hold on.
Okay, so Area F in the center is known, is there what they refer to as the work shed. You'll get sounds of construction coming from it during the day and night.
Okay.
Area G in the bottom left-hand corner is where you will find many horses, cows, and other food stock, such as hens and pigs and stuff like that. Though the pigs don't tend to last long, mainly because they're too smart and get away. They listen to the forest, they say.
Oh. I thought we were going in a different direction there, but...
Well,
there you go.
Creatures who listen and follow the ways of the forest generally survive. Or at least long enough to become another meal and keep the circle of life going.
Well, I was gonna say, are we expecting pigs of unusual size now?
Occasionally. Though they have mighty fine tusks.
More akin to razorbacks.
Area H is a grassy knoll.
So that's where it doesn't want to save itself up.
And he says the what is growing there can kill a person.
Okay.
And area I is a patch of vegetables that are. The only translation you can get from him is the Lingosoft seems to struggle for whatever he's saying is that these vegetables don't exist.
Okay.
But that doesn't seem to be what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
So they're like a native vegetable, fundamentally, that nowhere else has?
You don't believe these vegetables are native anywhere.
Oh. Oh, okay.
It could be artificial.
Your, was it that it probably doesn't have the equivalent of the local food.
Okay, so and he does finally say that 9 is the flying bug with guns.
Where's 9 on the map?
But below the hangar.
Flying bug with guns.
That's probably a drone or a helicopter.
Jay.
Well, I'm assuming that they didn't necessarily put in the language for Cessna. I'm guessing we interpreted that based upon what they described the size of the plane or something.
Yeah.
You would be surprised how well known Cessna is.
True, yes. But getting a bit more information on this flying bug, can we interpret what it might be?
You believe it is an attack
Well,
drop-off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, to exactly use a helicopter of some sort?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sorry, I missed what was said as well.
Yeah.
So you believe it is a attack
Okay.
helicopter, and I would say Desrin would probably suspect it to be a Hughes WK2 Stallion that can take 6 people besides the 2 pilots.
Okay. That might mean that one piece less cramped.
And has 2 heavy machine gun mounts on it. And 2 AK forward firing ones as well.
Yeah.
So heavy side mounts, fairly lightish in comparison, forward firing, meaning it is overpowered for the size of the estate.
I was about to say, and so yeah, so to talk to the client's photo, is that flying bug always there?
It's new. It came 2 weeks ago, they say.
Is that when the estate owner was in?
It was not, they say.
But
Okay.
did that change the number of guards
Yeah.
around the perimeter?
They are in addition to the guards on the perimeter.
Yeah. So they've flown in like 6-7 people to.
That remind them of the headhunters.
Yeah. So
Right.
there's lots of soldiers there.
So that they refer to the soldiers more as guardians, and the people from this helicopter as headhunters.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, giving their opinion of the headhunters.
So
And K in the top corner is a once a week a larger Cessna lands.
yeah, okay. So in this case, noting that we need to steal the orchid, if we trip any alarms at all, which we would do if we were trying to take either of the Cessnas, we would get shot down by the helicopter. I'm guessing our best option is
The helicopter,
steal the orchid, steal the helicopter.
that helicopter is the fastest vehicle there.
Yeah. So
Certainly, yes.
and
If
it
we're
prevents
going
us
to,
getting
if we're
chased as
going
well.
by the planes, then we definitely take out the helicopter.
no, I think we just
It's actually apparently before trying to take off.
but that would also mean abandonment.
If we can.
Yeah. All right. Well, and then the most likely path of attack is to come in the evening at night when visibility is at its lowest, activity is at its lowest. Go through between B and C, hit the orchard or the glass greenhouse, and then go across to the helicopter at J. It's the shortest path and the least likely to get us spotted. I mean, the work.
So which area are you going? Where are you going?
So coming in from the top right, I would suggest. Top left, sorry.
Which way is the river?
The river is from the south.
How do we get respond to this?
How did
5 meters? Yeah.
each square is 5
meters.
meters.
The whole thing's at 100 meters square. So I don't think it matters necessarily which side the river's on,
Yeah.
because at 100 meters square, we can come in from any direction, I would suspect.
I don't want to cross.
Yep.
I don't want to
How
cross.
big are the plants, vegetable patch?
They say the plants range from half a meter to 3 meters.
So in that case, then I would suggest that the potentially better option would be coming in from the bottom right. Not going to go through vegetable patch necessarily, although we could certainly get it close by depending on what's going through. But he'd like to provide better cover from anyone going around.
So the reason I was saying not to go that way and to come from the top left instead is because the workshop, which has got the highest amount of activity, is in the middle, and we'd have to cross it twice.
They suggest that point being the easiest egress with the least amount of open space.
Yeah, I agree.
Because north of that you've got the well-lit field. South of that you've got the constant work. The building G is full of animals that will react to strangers.
Yeah.
Which they use to their advantage on numerous occasions.
Yeah. And that way we only have to cross path. We only have to cross path past F once. We want to go through a single path. We don't want to double back. It risks exposure.
My concern with that side is because C's the mansion, isn't it? I guess the house.
C is the mansion that is probably
Presumably the building will have the most surveillance around it.
Not necessarily. If you've got the most amount of people in that building,
It's also the one where everyone stays.
Yeah, so again, people will like to look at the window of that building if you try to creep past it.
Conversely, they're less likely to hear footsteps or be concerned by the sound of footsteps or people moving around.
Yeah. The other option is whether we split the two teams. One team goes straight to the chopper, and one team goes straight to the flower.
I was going to ask whether it would be worth splitting the party, but to create a distraction, maybe not so much getting the helicopter as a distraction, but getting people away from the main interest, I guess, for lack of better
The entire point of the mission is covert entry and exit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The point of the deliberate distraction, I think, is a concern because that encourages response that didn't require a response.
Okay.
Any time. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. But I also think that, as I say, if we were trying to take that, if we were potentially going to do 2 teams, or the sense of the team taking the helicopter, well, we need trucks to fire up if they're unexpected. I'm sure we're doing this at night, where presumably going to be less people wandering around. If the helicopter starts up, then that's probably a bit of a distraction.
If the helicopter starts up, then that's going to alert them that we're there. So we all want to be at the helicopter before it starts.
Or on your way to it.
Yeah, we don't want the delay. We need to have the orchid in hand as the helicopter starts.
The helicopter starting up is definitely the sign of departure, but if it turned out that if we stay as one team and hit the glass house first, then if anything goes wrong, we're stuck in that one spot. But if we've got a team that's already effectively commandeered the helicopter at the same time and something goes wrong, then it means you've got the helicopter in support as opposed to being opposed if they tend to try to attack the helicopter. And potentially we can go through that way. So again, obviously, if we start using the helicopter in the combat, then things have gone wrong enough that we're losing that 25 grand. But
probably also dead from the forest.
Then why don't we have 25 grand?
The shaman also warns in the house you will find 2 free spirits.
Yeah, let's not muck with the spirits. Let's try not to.
They are known to you. But at least not Poppy. Because Poppy managed to avoid them. You know when you go in the back of a van? The rest of the group got in the back of the van, which you had to deal with being tortured and questioned. You just happened to not be included in all that. For some reason they didn't want to do that to you.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they did that to all.
There was something about the celebrity status of a character being tortured that they were avoiding. It's like
too much attention.
Well, it's like someone taking one of the Kardashians and trying to get information out of them, and it's like, just look at my socials.
Yeah.
Open book. What do you want from me?
And so, if anyone was to just look at Poppy's socials, it's like, oh.
Yep.
What can we ask that they don't publish already?
It's free information. Open source. Go for it.
So they refer to Ariel as a free air spirit. And they keep hitting the wrong button, which doesn't help a lot. And the shotgun spirit of man that is a spirit who can fire a weapon. That is also spiritual.
Yeah. Don't go inside the house.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's do 2 teams then. One team to nab the orchid and plant the chip. The other team to go and get their chopper ready, so that the moment the other team is there, we can start the engine.
And they do say that if you wish to do so, during the day and during the night are completely different.
I've got to imagine night's got to be better for approach. Like, it'll be high. They'll have people on watch, so
they'll always have people on watch.
But like, there's more activity in the day. There's a higher chance of getting busted.
You'll have less random people that might accidentally spot us, as opposed to those who are actively trying to look for us.
Whereas during the night, any noise will bring interest, especially if it's unusual noise.
Yeah.
Silence is an unusual noise.
Yep.
So unless you can be one with the forest and bring the noise, you will be seen before you are aware.
But are you suggesting before you even get to the compound?
Yes. Regions of silence are investigated.
Okay.
Mainly because it means a beast of unusual size is approaching.
Does the forest go all the way up to the edge, to the fence line, or is there a clean area around the fence line as well?
Say that there's a 20-meter clearing around the fence line.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking that it's still better off to be in the compound at night. Whether we try and time it that we've like a pause towards the edge of the forest or something, a short period to allow some darkness to fall as we've approached. Maybe, but then that's puts the thing. So probably technically early hours of the morning are the better time to actually get the compound, because that's usually the time of least awareness, least thing.
Just trying to position ourselves in the day.
They suggest midday being the one where the response time is the slowest.
Everyone's at lunch.
The hottest part of the day.
Everyone's out of the sun. Yeah, okay. And if they've cleared all the trees, it's going to be quite hot there, so they'll be staying inside. Yep.
And that's a good time to call upon the spirits of the forest. You have a human with you.
Yep.
The other advantage is you won't get the night stalkers running around too.
And it is rare for the spirits of the forest to make their presence known during the day. Not unheard of, just rare.
Right. From Dennis's perspective, it takes a bit to convince him that attacking in the middle of the day is the appropriate time, because that goes against everything he expects from the world.
And they'd also say that there are 1 to 10 in ratio for guards in the middle of the day compared to the end of the day.
Yeah.
Dusk and dawn are the highest patrol times of the day.
Yeah, no, it's against Gazel's foot process, but he recognises that, okay, this is not necessarily his terrain, and apparently it's not even really his world. The one question I do have, though, would be our armour suits that are enviro suits with filtration and stuff. I'm guessing that means that they're got the drops and everything, so do we think we could climb over the electrified fence with the glass, or is it going to be as well actually with the power on the fence?
You believe that your suit may actually insulate you, though you'd think going through the fence would be far faster than going over, which amongst you would be able to create a way through.
Yeah, that's easy. Cutting a couple of links, as long as we're not cutting the system wire, we can cut some links to get through the fence. That's easy.
Plus, they don't believe their fences can be breached as easily.
I guess we can confirm that when we see exactly what the fence is, as opposed to descriptions of it from England to Iceland. Do we need to disable the electrification on the fence in order to get through or over it, considering we've got the suits on, is the question.
Doesn't seem like it. It seems like we can just cut a passage and pass through.
Okay, that's all of that.
And
Um,
considering you can give yourself a 5 meter gap between the building and if you go along the side of the building on either the north or the south, you might not be as noticeable,
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking.
especially if you're not running.
Yeah.
And you probably don't need the suits once you get through the fence.
Casual and try to blend in. If
Well, the other option is, do we have any capacity to hide our presence, like invisibility spell type effect? Looking at our mages.
yeah,
That's where my question about like calling the spirits of the forest. How would I potentially do that, and what is the implication of doing that?
He does ask, have you ever communed with the wolf spirit who protects you?
I probably have been trying, though I don't know if I've been success.
Have you gone on a spirit journey with them?
I have gaps in my memory.
Well, that's not quite the same as a spirit journey, he says. He says a spirit journey is where it takes you somewhere for you to be enlightened and you learn something to be better than you were. Sometimes.
A character Bolt has communed with Wolf. Both either the time running around Angel Grove, but that running around Seattle, but also under the tutelage of Trixie. I'm sure that she's had direct contact with Wolf, I would have thought, but
I mean, like, me as a person, I don't know that. I probably would have tried or maybe even succeeded. The gaps in my memory I was talking about exactly was Angel Grove, but I think that was more my spirit potentially fully awakening.
Well, it was awakening while you were there. And so, yes, it is far more powerful than most other spirits because most of them don't go to where magic is bleeding through the world.
Yeah. So I tried to explain to the chieftain about Angel Grove and my gap in my memory and my knowledge of my wolf spirit, but not in the like. I don't think I've been on the journey he's talking about.
He does say that wolf spirits love to hunt.
Well, I do like hunting.
And sometimes when they take you on a spiritual journey, they will hunt for knowledge or solutions to problems you have. And in most cases, the knowledge is you gain insight into magic beyond that of those who have not managed to connect with their spiritual selves.
So would Bolt think he's done something close to that or not really?
He's never quite attempted the going on a journey, leaving his body behind before.
Yeah, so no, I have not attempted that, but that sounds quite intriguing.
And Trixie has warned against it because sometimes you can't find your way back.
Mm.
And as skilled as she is afraid to go on a spiritual quest in that terms because she lost her master that way.
Right.
just confirming, Martin, from a gameplay perspective, mechanically,
Yep.
does this mean that Bolt has never gone astral at all, or not on a meta quest?
Hasn't gone on the what the Shadowrun rules would refer to the initiation.
Right, yeah, okay.
So hasn't initiated.
So Bolt has gone astral, like has got astrally projected before. Assuming Bolt can.
I think I have, but that's only when I passed out.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so he does talk to you about the wonders of traveling with your spirit guide, and says that when you're ready, how to do it, just that with great rewards, great risk must be overcome. And many who try are either unwilling to learn the truth of their spiritual guide or the truth of themselves. Both are rather painful and are required to be accepted, or you will never return.
Right. Yeah.
Your spirit guide does not deal with failure.
So that would potentially be like confronting my past of being created and that kind of thing, potentially.
Potentially your past, potentially your future, potentially your misconceptions about things. Things that make you who you are, but are lies that you hang on to make yourself feel better, he says.
Right.
Which is why many who attempt do not succeed.
I mean, from Bolt's perspective, he's pretty open to accepting and like confronting things. So it might be an option to look into.
And he says the other is you can call on the your totem to assist. And sometimes their assistance will be the natural world around you. For when he calls Snake for assistance, Snake can provide anything from insects to food to guidance to where he can find water for his people, to warnings of dangers that he was unaware of. But each time he must be willing to pay whatever price Snake asks for the assistance.
Yeah, because there's a cost to everything, right?
Says yes, there's always a cost. Sometimes it is service, sometimes it is kindness, sometimes it is just doing what Snake does best. Which is where, as a follower of Wolf, you'll become more and more like Wolf as you ask Wolf for help.
Right, yeah.
Which is where you'll see most Wolf shamans have very similar personalities.
Well, it's kind of like, I'm already mostly there. I hate being in my human form and only when I have to.
And if it is the human form you hate, it may be the truth behind the human form that you learn. And that may be your trial. Though he suspects you already had one trial in human form.
Is he talking about when I woke up in the desert, up naked as a human, as the first time I transformed into?
Yep, and burnt to a crisp. And every time
burnt to a crisp. Yeah.
And every time you transform back into a human, you were still burnt.
Yeah, but I eventually healed from that because I had to stay as a human to naturally heal from that, right?
That was the ordeal that Wolf had placed upon you. So you have gone through one ordeal.
Okay. Yeah. Alright.
Which means that normally you would have healed by changing.
Right. Okay, because I didn't heal, that was the trial.
That was the trial. Method in the madness.
So it seems.
Okay, so The last bit of advice he does offer is at midday, while it is the slowest point of the watches, it's also the busiest time where people are getting ready for the midday meal. So if you were to say head in a short period beforehand, if you were to say try to leave at just past midday when they sound for lunch, people may confuse other noises with sound for lunch.
Try to time it. Okay. That's a good call.
Because Snake wanted you to have a chance.
What kind of clothes are they only wearing? Like the general folk wear?
The general folk wear very unappealing white pocketed garments that seem to go from their neck down to between their knees and feet, and are open in the front.
I'm assuming we're not wearing that under our suits at the moment.
You are not. Though from his description, I believe that most of you would think lab coat.
Yeah.
Especially Bolt
But,
with a shutter.
yeah. But the point being that if we wanted to wander around or even wander with purpose, with having taken off the armour as soon as we get through the rectified fence, we're still going to stick out like a sore thumb by anyone who's actually seen us there.
He says, yes, you probably would, but at night far more so, because no one wanders at night.
They've also just got soldiers on there, right? Sometime in the last 2 weeks, soldiers have been making away, so there's not going to be...
There are also your clothing does not look out of place to those who arrived in the what he refers to as the helicopter in his language.
Yeah, so we're if we do get spotted, we're actually kind of going to look a bit like the guys that they got brought in.
Mm-hmm.
Though from the description it sounds like they may have brought in a runner team.
Alright.
Wouldn't be the first time you've encountered one.
Mm-hmm.
Though you've now discovered that the last runner team had 2 free spirits on their team.
Mm.
Oh, so they've tried this before and failed.
Oh no, they completely succeeded in getting you with the spirits, but they let you go. Remember when you escaped from the house after you'd been captured and questioned?
Oh, right, yes.
The people who captured you and questioned you are in this house.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because I was gonna say the spirit with the gun or the weapon that was like corporeal was the one we fought, right?
He was one of the ones you fought who just seemed to disappear when you were ready to get payback.
Hmm.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
Yep.
I'll like to speak to the shaman and see if he could give me any information about the curse that I'm on.
Okay, so he does look you up and down, and he does say that Snake is very displeased with you.
Okay.
He says that your belief has not been as strong as it once was.
Okay.
and that you have angered your family. And that your family has hired a spider shaman to curse you.
Okay.
Or at least they believe it's a spider shaman because, hey, it has the feel of one. Or it may just be a belief where spiders are predominant.
Snake suggests that I make peace with my uncle.
They have no idea who in your family you've displeased, but there may be, but they do say it is not as you perceive it.
Oh, okay.
And they have turned your own religion against you.
That is, but the only other family I've got is over in Ireland. So they left England.
And they asked, when is the last time you had a parish? For you are a voice of a belief. And if you do not lead a people, then you have done wrong by those who empower you.
Okay.
He says shamans serve the people. Priests serve a flock.
Understood.
And the muse will just entertain us all.
It's true.
And those who deal in formulas will undo us all.
In what sort?
Formulas. So his version of talking about the different casters.
Arcane.
Yep.
His belief in arcane is akin to what most people refer to as blood mages.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be fairly accurate, Jeremy?
Yeah, I was going to say the fact that they're concerned about the Aztec mages who, whilst shamans in a manner of speaking, are definitely arcane in their outlook on the way they look at their magic.
And quite likely to dabble in magic that resembles that of a spider. Okay, so you can see the map. You've gotten a plan.
It's time to execute the plan.
Do you have any reason to delay, stall, do something else?
Okay, certainly if we've getting through there, and yep, I guess we'll wait for about the 11:30ish mark and quarter to 12, whatever.
All right, who's the only thing left to discuss is who's stealing the plant, who's starting the helicopter.
Definitely certainly thinking that he's helicopter.
Hollow is probably also on that boat.
Yep.
She does have some piloting skills as well, and I think Did we all get like the data chip for flying?
No, I didn't.
There was a single data chip.
Yeah,
Right.
no, there was only one skill chip, but the problem is to use that, you'd have to have skill wise,
Which
not
is
just the data jack.
Jane does.
which Jane does.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, which Jane does. Okay.
She would probably be the next best pilot, but
Which
she's
which means from skill chip perspective, you end up being from the Matrix, where they upload different knowledge to you. Except when they pull the chip out, the knowledge is gone.
Yeah. I mean, like, the Hollow would still probably be useful with, like, the tech stuff in the helicopter rather than the stealth stuff, so...
Yeah.
But there's also potentially we want at least one electronics guy going to the flower on the idea of if there's any
well,
traps or locks on the door of the Genesys.
yeah.
So, which might mean that it's appropriate for Desmond to go that way, but as I said, he's more keen to have a look at a helicopter. But
That kind of sounds more like a Nero thing, doesn't it? My suggestion was that like Hollow, Poppy, and Desmond go to the helicopter, and I'm not sure about where Womp's supposed to go because a troll's not going to really stealth around.
Yeah, I'm not very stealthy.
The other thing is you do have the air rifles, and you can pretty much dart the small group of guards on duty.
Yeah, that's...
And that way, when you wander through the fence or over the fence, the chance of being spotted is far less when the spotters are down.
It's mostly just like a team order thing.
For to get there.
Yeah. I think Jane and Nero should be going for the plant. Jane's got a decent stealth score, and is good with the rifle. Nero's got the tech side of it down, and we should be able to help get us past any lock on the gate. And also we can make a pretty speedy exit from there.
One thing you will notice is that there doesn't appear to be a door cut into any of the fence.
Yeah, so they've all been flying in and out. That's it.
They seem to fly in and out.
Yeah. The other thing is, like, the other reason not to have Jane with Desmond is that if something does go wrong with the chopper or something, having both pilots there is a bad choice.
Yeah. I think there's also sort of thing that's actually decided with basically the Stallion is designed for carrying 6 + 2 pilots or something.
That is correct.
So,
which means when you stick Womp in there, it can carry 4 other people and Womp.
Well, we will have to squeeze extras.
You don't believe
We're not going to try to steal 2 planes.
With Womp, you think you're going to have to put him in one of the Cessnas because of weight. He weighs enough that he may overload the helicopter's weight limit.
Okay, so...
It's a military helicopter.
It is, but a troll does have 8 times the weight of a normal person. Plus gear.
Oh, we're dumping the gear. Everything is...
No, we take the gear with us.
We
then we could dump it out when we're in the air, but we don't dump it here because they can track us.
Yes. They can track anything you've touched.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Plus any samples you leave behind.
Don't dump anything in the forest, please. Please don't dump anything in the forest. Dump it when we get to Peru. Don't dump it in the forest. The forest has made it very clear what it thinks about pollution. I'm not keen on flying planes over the forest, to be honest.
Well, I mean, we've already flown over the forest, so
Yeah, but that was at tree level.
And I'm guessing that I would hazard a guess to say that they maybe, given that they have a profession, like they've either made some kind of deal or have been otherwise permitted. The forest seems to get pretty riled up when it sees stuff it doesn't like.
Very quickly.
yeah.
So, like, maybe it may be that Jane and Womp need to make a dash for a Cessna.
So by the sound of it, means we've got to take 2 planes. So.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Or a helicopter or a plane. So.
everyone else,
Okay.
everyone else in the gunship, and then Jane and Womp in the Cessna.
So how good Jane skill wise? Is she going to be
You might need Martin to tell
like
me that.
in the sense of like
There'll be at least one, which means that you'll be able to use the winged thing to at least give you 1 yellow dice.
Yeah, so I've got 5 green. It'd be 5 green and a yellow then, or 4
green.
4 green and a yellow for pilot then.
Because you probably wouldn't have any higher than skill wise 1.
No, it's just whatever was kind of given to us through the.
yeah. I was thinking back that the Cessna for people who haven't actually flown before, the Cessna is certainly going to be easier to fly than the helicopter.
Plus the skill soft doesn't work on the helicopter.
It's true.
Oh, okay, it's a fixed wing skill soft, is it?
It is fixed wing skill soft.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes it simple then. So,
Yeah, so let's go that way.
And I believe Desrin has piloting.
yeah.
So Desrin does know how to fly. How many ranks does he have?
He's only got 1 rank in piloting, and hey, he only picked that up short before this idea of thinking, oh, hang on.
Well, which means it's perfect.
Flying, but never really actually had to try it.
So it's like you get the choice of someone gets to fly with someone who's got previous people experience in their head with the skill soft and is going to fly the plane least likely to go down by an accident, or they get to fly with someone on their first helicopter flight.
Yeah.
But with a helicopter packed full of guns.
And it's also the sort of thing that the
Wait.
like but if Desrin is the best / only natural pilot, then Jane's only got the piloting through the skill soft of the fixed wing, then Jane has to take the plane and Desrin goes with the helicopter. So
Yep.
And hey, it'll be fine, trust me.
So your backup is take the Cessna, because he could technically take everyone, but you need the helicopter going one way or the other.
Yeah, a helicopter has to go because if we leave them with the helicopter, we're not getting away.
And so you'd want to plan for 1 to 2 gunners on the helicopter and the pilot, and everyone else is optional except for Jane and Womp on the Cessna. Does that sound fair?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm trying to help people with the planning so you don't argue with it for 2 or 3 sessions.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
So
Alright.
okay, so the important part that is are Jane and Womp going straight for the Cessna while Desrin and somebody goes straight for the helicopter, and there are 2 or 3 people going for the flower. We've got to get effectively 3 tubes.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best solution. Nero should be able to do the stealth stuff. Poppy needs to go to one of the planes and be a gunner, like probably because she's slow. So if we have to make her do a dash, she's dead in the water.
Well, being a gunner should definitely go for the helicopter because the Cessna has no guns.
Right.
Well, that's where she's going to be useful. Otherwise, she's a distraction.
She's luggage.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means we've got Desrin and Poppy going for the helicopter, Womp and Jane going for the Cessna, and the other 3 all going for the Poppy?
Bolt, Hollow,
flower?
and Nero.
Yep.
Bolt,
Or at least
Nero?
Bolt and Nero, I think, for the flower is fine. Because that's got a stealth and a gun. Because we think that the Barghost is in there somewhere.
And you have 7 mini drones, which means that you can literally have 1 to 3 with either Hollow or Nero providing an overwatch.
Yeah.
How noisy are those drones?
They are micro drones. They do not have much in the way of sound.
Okay.
They're
So
designed for
basically,
stealthy recon.
Yeah.
yeah. So basically, the daytime noise should.
Even at night, it
Like
wouldn't be
noise.
noticeable. You would have tested it. They're designed for stealth, and they have camera and basic sensor. So they're not actually designed to fight or get away from things. They're just designed to give you a theatre of effect.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, visibility, what's going on.
Well, then
Is
Hollow
the
going
intent we're
to.
all coming in from that same line then, and heading out the back of, heading past the back of the mansion?
I think so. Well, single point of entry. Take down any guards that are in the immediate vicinity with the tranks to keep our entry quiet.
And you can literally
pi-
track anyone who steps out of the door.
Pilots,
That's right.
pilots, and their cohort go to the 2 vehicles, and Bolt and Nero go for the Orchid. Hollow provides overwatch with the drones, and that's probably the best game plan we're gonna get.
Yep, and Hollow's effectively going to go to the chopper with.
I think so with Poppy.
Yep.
Yep.
All good.
Yeah, but I'll provide, like, yeah, as I said, Overwatch, eye the sky support.
And who are your snipers on the way?
On the
I'll
way.
be one.
Certainly, Desmond will be sniping at anyone he's spotting on the way in.
So,
The
What are you talking
Ross,
about?
you've converted yours to a pistol. You are not the sniper.
Oh, okay.
You,
I didn't know how big the range of those things are. So
Okay,
I'll
so-
basically take ones that are that if we run into without those.
so, what is Swamp's agility?
My agility's 2.
Okay, so you can hit things just over a square away with the pistol.
Okay.
So 6
That's
meters
a
is
bigger
your
com-
range.
Bigger goblins than I thought it was. Cool.
So when we're doing actual figures, it is your agility or skill in ranged by 3 is the first range band. Then the next range band is double that, and then the range band after that is 2 times that again, sort of thing. You double it again until you go all the way out to extreme.
So Jane's got ranged 4 heavy,
Which means
or agility 5. Like
with agility 5, it means that she goes 15 meters for close. So 3 squares for close for her.
Yeah.
So the better you are with naturally or skilled, the further you can actually affect things.
Yeah.
Yeah, skill is on the same. So I got 2 and skill, 2 in it.
Which is where my version of the game is different to the Theatre of the Mind's Eye version of the Genesys.
Yeah.
Because once you split the party, or you have more than 2 opponents, having range bands really doesn't work. It breaks down very quickly.
All right.
So yeah, I'm thinking about those in England, and also Jane and Declan are providing the sniper support
Yeah.
while people go forward to open the fence, because both Jane and Declan can catch up fairly quickly, and we've got the best shooting for the range.
And Jane actually has double movement, so she can
Yeah.
very easily get ahead of anyone.
And the fact that we also, particularly considering those 2 of the pilots, means that neither actually necessarily want to get to the aircraft until we're getting ready to actually, not much before that, we look to take off anyway. So, guess that's one thing to consider also is whether or not we want to, like, if Jane and Rob got to the Cessna, if it takes off first, or the helicopter takes off first, would potentially draw people away from then the greenhouse people could actually get to the other one more easily. Yeah. I'm sure we were aiming to do it as simultaneously as possible, but
Yeah, look,
potentially.
we've got comms and we've got Hollow providing oversight. If the way is blocked to one of the vehicles, they run to the other one.
Yeah.
I think that's fair, and we can communicate that very effectively
So,
at the event.
All good.
For perspective
We're
of
not like closed, essentially like a CC.
We're on an
Like-
encrypted network. We can communicate
Yeah.
to each other.
so to also give range bands for Poppy. Poppy can hit something at 60 meters, so that would be quite a few squares in that sense. So 12 squares away.
Is that Jane or Poppy?
Jane.
Jane, yes.
Jane.
So
Jane can hit things at 60 squares away.
Jane can sit at the Cessna and pretty much shoot anything that we're likely to encounter.
Yeah.
Barring the building in the way.
Initially, they'll be Jane
12
and
square.
Desmond will be in the tree line still taking out the guards to then allow other team members to move forward to to get through the fence.
So technically, if Jane jumped up on F and became Overwatch there, Jane could literally shoot anywhere in the compound.
Yeah.
Because that can pretty much reach all corners.
Yeah.
Just so you had some sort of feeling of scale, Desrin could shoot a little bit further. Because I believe he has agility 6.
No, he's only 35.
Okay, in which case then both of them can do 6.
He's got no sixes because he's been improving lots of different attributes.
Yeah, so
Trying to get on the all trades.
being caught having to approve everything.
Yeah.
Alright. I think we're good to go. Let's
Okay, so
I could go on. We've done so perfectly.
I try to help people with giving them options so that when they reach things, they can adapt as they need to. But I always don't give them the full thing, and they have to figure out things on the fly as they do it.
Yep.
So I always give that warning when I assist people.
Yep.
And it's not so I can plan to make you fail.
But also, definitely kind of think, okay, well, the action's on when the things go wrong.
Okay, so
When this goes wrong, what do we do? When this goes wrong, what do we do?
looking at the fence when you get there, it is a 5-meter tall fence, fairly well structured and solid. You can be up and over as an average test, so 2 purple.
Okay, so it's not a chain wire fence at all. It's a solid.
It is a chain link fence, but it is linked solidly. So you can pretty much cut through bits and get through, but there's enough support on it that it doesn't look like it's going to be easy to cut. The links are thick.
But it's obviously they're not barbed wire either, so we can just scale it. Okay.
And if the people are going for the scaling then, does that give them the option of doing either the athletics climb or the parkour coordination?
You believe you could probably do both, but
Or
you'd think you'd need to at least have a coordination of 2 or higher to go over it in that sense.
Yeah.
Because it would definitely be harder to do the parkour over the top because there's not a the usual parkour assistance.
Yep, no, happy with that.
I probably would suggest we have a look around with the drones to see if there's any security.
Yeah, 100%. Let's not just jump over a fence and pray.
Okay.
So similar I was playing on, we're not coming out of the tree line until we've actually got the visual of exactly what's happening there at that moment in time and how many guards need to be taken out as people approach the fence.
So did Nero and Hollow wish to both make computer checks to use to fly their drones around? Assuming they're
Sure.
doing more than one drone at a time.
Sure.
Actually,
Awesome.
it would probably be operations. Operations is the correct check for this one.
Operations.
Because you're basically managing a coordinated network over a single flight.
Is that sys-ops?
Operations skill.
It's operations.
Like a separate, like underneath mechanics and medicine and before perception.
So operation is the strategic movement of people, items, and large vehicles.
Alright, 2, 4.
It also means that
Unless of course you actually checked into it, in which case it's probably your piloting skill effectively.
it is piloting, but then they would have only one drone.
Yeah.
That is where having the different skills come in handy. So the difficulty for you guys is it is a 1 purple to fly that drone in an airspace where it has no impediments.
Yep.
Which means if you fail on 1 purple, obviously you ran into the ground somewhere.
Yeah.
I
I failed it at actually, like, you know.
But luckily there's no
It's-
despair involved, otherwise you might actually hit a guard in the face.
No. um. One, two, three, 4, 5 successes.
Okay, you can see there are 4 guards patrolling the fence, 1 on each fence. You can also see that there appears to be a rather large wolf pack in the forest behind you.
Well, don't even think about killing anyone.
We are not.
Or running with them.
No, this is hollow, so Boulder hasn't seen it though. He might have an inkling of a presence, maybe.
From Hollow's perspective, they make Bolt feel puny.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, Bolt would be the runt of the litter.
Wow.
It'll be less lucky you die for.
Yeah, maybe. or unless that means run in dire form, which would then be actually pretty scary.
If you chance to work and you die for, then I don't want you that cash.
yeah.
Okay, from Hollow's perspective, Hollow measures the wolves at about 4 meters long.
How big am I in dire form?
Direwolf form would probably put you at about 2 meters.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 meters in dire form, so yeah, like half the size.
Yeah, so definitely lucky.
Yes.
I did get it right.
Fine.
Okay, so what about Nero? What did Nero get?
Nero got
Operations with 1 purple.
yeah, I got 2 successes and 8 disadvantages.
Okay, so yes, you're also picking up the 3 guards patrolling the fence.
Fine.
4 guards?
Yeah, he only picked up 3.
I'm going to start 3.
His successes weren't as nice. But from his facts, he can factually see 3, so there's only 3 guards for him to see. And when the data's combined, you pick up that there are 4 guards and a large amount of poppies of unusual size.
And how many
With about probably about 11:15 in the morning, no one seems to be wandering besides the 4 guards. And the guards are sort of doing the leisurely stroll, the whole stretching the neck, winding the arms around. None of them have weapons in hand.
And do the guards appear to be patrolling a single fence each, or are they basically spaced about 100 metres apart and they're all just doing a big clockwise or anti-clockwise circle?
You think they're just doing a walk around.
Right.
One on each fence.
Which means that when one reaches a corner, they should see one in front, one behind.
Yep.
And when they walk halfway, just past the halfway point, they can see people across in various angles.
Assuming the buildings aren't in the way for that particular line of sight.
In most cases, they're not, because you've only got C, D, and G that provide that break most eyesight. F and E aren't usually big enough to worry him as much.
Isn't where the assessment being stored?
It is a hangar, but it's sort of so far away from everything else that most people don't look in that direction. Because you expect that's where most of their sensors are.
Okay.
Protect the thing the forest hates.
Yeah. So, but obviously, yes, but it would still be big enough to block line of sight from someone walking around the ground on the bottom level, looking at the Cessna marked, what is it, K or something there? So,
K is the weekly Cessna.
Yeah. But you clear there, is it?
It's not here at the moment, but it may be coming at some point.
So if from what I can see, there's only going to be, we believe there'll be a Cessna in the hangar.
Yep.
But there's not one sitting out on the runway at the moment.
Not at this stage, but you'd expect it to be prepped for launch, because hey, you don't want to start prepping something when you have to go.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. But just making certain, we've only got the one Cessna to choose from. So, okay, well, we'll get that report back. Do we want to try and take out? I'm suggesting that we take out one of the guards. Well, it'll be basically between Desmond and Jane. Are we thinking that one dart is likely to take out a guard, or is it going to be double shotting? Or?
Well, you believe a dart will take one out.
Right, okay.
Because
they're the high quality, super expensive sleepy time darts.
Yeah, they're more expensive than the standard ones.
In which case then, yeah, I'd be thinking that we want to be taking one guard, basically, as he starts to come round the corner of G, assuming they're staying on the perimeter, they're walking around the perimeter. If we take out one as he's going around G, which means that the one in front of him will probably still have the mansion blocking his line of sight back to the that point, and the one coming from the bottom right at that point won't be able to see him fall because he'll have G in the way. So, and then potentially line up to take out the one that would be in about point A.
Desiree, why don't you instead?
When the guy coming on the far left might be having E behind him, like you don't have enough.
Okay, so I think I'll point out here from Hollow's perspective, Hollow would believe that all four are in communication with each other.
Yeah, we'd be better off waiting till there's a gap. Desiree and Jane jumping the fence and taking out two each.
And basically...
I was going to say, like, take them out either simultaneously or in as close proximity time to each other as possible.
And you wouldn't want to go down the jamming path, because if the moment you jam, you alert the entire building that something's wrong.
Yeah, exactly. If there's only...
If we're going to try and take out all four simultaneously, then we're effectively going to be having people coming from different directions.
Well, Neuro's good with guns too, right?
Yeah, looks like we can't. I'm just saying that's like the because technically the range we're aiming to shoot at least 20 to 25 meters from the tree line into the inside the fence.
Hey
If
Jeremy,
we come from one side,
how about in that case have one group come in, one group come in this way trying to take out the guard on top and on the left, and the other one come in this way taking out the guards on the right and the bottom.
Yep.
With this, and basically the guards will go down around the same time, and then so this group goes straight for the helicopter and the Cessna, and this group goes for the flower.
Yep.
And worst case, the people going for the Cessna and the helicopter can provide support for anyone else coming out. And that way you're not having to do a complicated, let's try to take them out one at a time when...
absolutely.
Let's do it.
Just doing the voice of reason here.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got effectively Demiscreen, Nina, and Gain are all good with long shooting.
And Womp's got the pistol, so Womp could probably get close-ish.
Yeah.
So six. Well, actually, Womp can't get close enough to shoot.
No, that's okay. Yeah.
Unless I manage to sneak up behind them.
No, just it. You're not shooting from a distance before we actually get to inside the fence line.
I mean, Bolt doesn't have any skills in gunnery, but he could probably.
Yeah, but you're an actual.
He's a natural shot, yes, but he's not actually practiced or things.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It would be one of the styles of shooting that Bolt would probably be willing to redo because it's not about killing.
Yeah. And it's also, so the Bolt has more of a, so, because he's used, like, the like, harpoon and stuff before, and then a bow and arrow. So he's not against projectiles, it's more guns, specifically with, like incendiary or like armor piercing around, that kind of, like,
And gunpowder.
Damaging.
The gunpowder and the boom is very painful.
Yes, yeah, and that's from, like, his trauma, which, hey, who knows, if I do the spirit journey, I might have to face.
Is Nero any good with the rifle?
Yeah, I'm pretty good with the rifle.
Ranged heavy?
Ranged heavy, or 5 green.
5 green is better than nothing.
So again, he's a bit of a natural, but not necessarily trained. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, my ranged heavy is 6 green.
Yeah, because again, you've got good agility. So.
And most of
it's actually cunning.
And most of you will be will be up against 2 purple, being your target number, because you'll be trying to get as close as possible.
Yeah.
With Hollow sort of having the reloads ready, if necessary. But also doing surveillance for them. So on the other side, you've got 2 really good sharpshooters. Did you want to send one in with the other 2 just in case?
Well, I'm thinking, my thought is that, we basically, the team for the flower is entering where the square is at the moment, which means that, and I would suggest that Jane actually go with that team, even though he's going to go for the Cessna. He can then be the best shot to take out the 2 on that side.
Well, Jane goes for one, the other 2 go for the other.
Yeah.
So that way the odds of hitting both are very high. Whereas on the other side, each of you can go for one without a problem.
Yep.
Yeah, but the problem is on the other side, it still just leaves Desmond as the main shot with then Hollow or Poppy or Rob attempting to shoot the other one.
Well, if you go for one and the rest go for the other, the chances are that they may actually hit it.
Well, it also says that if we're coming from the bottom, then they're shooting from a range of 25 metres or 30 metres or so. and there's going to kick over to a long-range shot at the other wing. If necessary, he can come from, like, he can actually come from the front, like, if 120 meters is going to be a challenge, then he could actually come north from the eastern side and at least shoot, and then keep moving around the forest to get to where the guys have left a gap in the wall, in the fence at the bottom. But 120 metres shouldn't be a difficult shot, I wouldn't think. Is
Well,
that how it works?
with the rifle, you can get long will go up to 60 meters. So 120 is the extreme range, which you're not quite up to.
Okay, then. So yeah, so in that case, then yeah. So Desmond will basically start. We'll coming in from probably about where the edge of the border of the Fog Soil is, assuming that's forest line type stuff.
Yep.
He'll shoot from there. The others can shoot from the bottom of the take out the guy on the corner down there. The other teams can then take out both sides of the other side, and then Desmond will run around to the bottom of the thing there to actually then come in to actually head towards the plane, or follow the others who are hopefully already through or over by the time Desmond's getting there. Well, in fact, actually, if they're going over there, Desmond could probably go straight over the wall anyway. So,
And look, I'm sure that Jane can leap it.
Yeah.
Because that's also an option.
Yeah.
As long as
Okay.
she doesn't accidentally land on the guard, that's fine. Yep.
Okay, so going with that, I'm going to give Desrin and Jane first shots.
Cool.
Because they would basically be lining up ready to go before anyone else is ready. What is Jane's ranged heavy?
Is 4 yellow and 1 green. I'm just double checking there's nothing else I need to add to that. She's got like precision and barrage and a few other bits and pieces. So.
That's where if you got things that help you like true aim, or there's a few other things that will give you bonuses for aiming.
That's so barrage is 1 damage per rank in this talent to hit of a successful ranged heavy. That's long extreme range.
Obviously, the intent is we'll effectively all point to at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, the idea is I thought I'd do the strong people first.
Yeah, so but actually each shot will go off at the same time. So.
Okay, so while you're thinking about that, what is Desrin's?
Okay, Desmond is 2 yellow, 3 green, 2 blue,
And
plus you'll aim for another blue, and
quick strike?
his eyes. Well, yeah, the quick strike gets in the 2 blue.
Okay, that's the 2 blue. Yep.
Yep. And then another blue for aiming.
Yep.
And I'm just trying to check whether he gets it. His cyber eyes will cancel blacks for darkness and smoke and things. So I don't know whether that applies in this situation. So, and he'll also do.
I'll add a blue for the cyber ray.
Okay. And just to be absolutely certain of it, he will intense focus. So he will suffer 1 strain to upgrade one of the dice.
Okay, so from where you're doing it, it is 2 purple. And because of the style of weapon you're using, they don't actually have any defense or upgrade. Okay, so that is how many crit? What is the crit range of that weapon?
5. I think.
It doesn't crit.
Doesn't crit. Okay, so the amount of double successes I got on that one was interesting.
No, it's just
Okay.
different.
So that would technically be 13 damage if it hit, doing stuff. And so yes, his first shot goes off without a hitch, taking someone down, probably mid-sentence.
Yeah.
Did you have anything to add to yours?
Just the blue for aim.
The blue for aim?
Yep, so 4
You
yellow.
you can take 2 strain to have a second blue.
Yeah, let's do that.
And you can also use
So it's 4 yellow, 1 green, and 2 blue.
Well, she's got a lot of yellow there,
Yeah.
Ross.
Next up, I don't think she needs to go anymore. Hopefully not. If she does, then the rest of us are in trouble.
Okay, so they cancel out. With my hands work, that would be great. And that becomes that. And so yes, you also get a pretty good shot in there with quite a lot of advantages. So that guy goes down without a sound. Just like pop, pop.
Alright, cool.
Okay, so next one up, I'm going to go over to Bolt. What is Bolt's attack?
The ranged heavy is 6 green. I also have precision. And what does Hunter do?
Precision would be
That's-
why you have 6 green.
As percentage, yeah, that's...
It allows you to use your cunning over agility.
Oh, right. Okay, yep.
As you'll notice, it says CUN next to it instead of AG.
Yep, right.
And then just aim.
So,
Oh, I don't have any ranks, so I can't add any blues with Hunter. But I do have lethal blows, but that's only if I score a critical hit. I probably will upgrade.
well, so you've got 6 green and a blue to start with, because you're aiming.
Oh, okay, yep.
You can still aim. You can't do the hunter to improve you get the blue, but you can still aim.
It's also not an
Inside.
animal, so you'd normally use Hunter to get animals.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
But then, yeah, whether or not you want to actually flip it, go for the upgrade, it's up to you. So,
Would you-
I probably will. I
remembering that,
don't think that will hurt.
but remembering also that Bolt's not the only person shooting at this particular target.
I know, but
But
I
if
don't
you
think
take
it
it down,
will
one less thing for everyone else to worry about.
Yeah.
Because it's actually funny sometimes when I roll this and it comes out with absolutely no result. I've had one where I had 6 dice blank out of 7. And the only one to get a result was purple.
Ouch.
Okay, so yes, you do manage to take that person down with 2 successes and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 advantages.
Is that crit?
Nope, because there's no crit on the weapon.
Oh, these two weapons have crit. Okay.
But hey, it means that the toxin is far harder for him to resist. Okay, so
I hit the good juicy vein.
so the two guards on one side are down. Now we're talking about the other side. Who was with Desrin? That was going to take the next shot.
Well, so we've got Hollow, Poppy, and
Nero.
Nero.
So what is Nero's range?
Whether you actually do a team shoot and get the best of the best, that's much different from people. So,
What is Nero's ranged heavy?
It is 5 green, a negative upgrade, and 2 black. So one of the purples, I think, becomes a red. Yeah.
Okay, so would you like to aim?
Yes.
And so that will take 2 strain from you as well. If you do the extra strain, and does Womp have? Oh no, wouldn't be Womp. It would be Hollow. Does Hollow have ranged heavy?
I don't think so. Let me just go and double check.
Because if someone else had ranged heavy, also using a similar weapon, unfortunately, Womp downgraded his weapon.
Did Nero add his 2 blue for quick strike? And I don't know the precise aim also.
Precise aim drops their defense.
Okay, yeah. Do they have any target or melee defense?
They have not. They do not have defense against your weapons.
No, haven't that. So yeah. Yeah, you certainly get the 2 for quick strike. So.
Blue has. She doesn't have any ranks in ranged heavy. She's just got 2 green.
Yeah, so what you add blue for the effective because it's a good attack. So.
Okay, so you can add a blue, and you want to upgrade, Josh?
And there was another person who was adding to this one, Poppy.
Poppy have a rifle.
Yeah.
Poppy want to assist.
Sure.
Poppy can add a blue dice, unless she's got ranged heavy.
No.
Then, in which case, it's a blue dice.
Yeah, it's just a blue dice.
And Josh, would you like to upgrade your green?
No. I'll stay with that.
So I hope you're okay, because we might have the upgrades like you wanted to copy in the event, so...
Can we also, before you roll that one, can you remove 2 blacks and 2 blues?
Can do so.
There we go.
So I'm using 1 black and 1 blue, and the rest are good.
Okay, so I managed to roll 5 blanks. All on green and blues.
Right.
Should have definitely got Josh to roll that one at home.
Hey, he might have gotten a despair.
Maybe.
So 3 successes. You hit the guy, and he's sort of like, bugger, the fly's out here, and he falls over.
I was going to say, the good part would be that if he hadn't have gone down, at least the 3 people he would have been trying to talk to immediately were not going to be listening.
And so basically, they're down very quickly. How do you wish to get over the fence?
So, on the east side, Dingslink's going to hold for a moment to allow the others to get in and provide the overwatch. So he stayed at the effectively on the tree line midway down the east side. So so you guys cutting through, you're going to climb over.
Climb over,
Or jump over.
I have a feeling Poppy's going to need help getting over the fence, so...
I'm sure Jane can just do the whole hang on, boink.
Yeah, that's the plan.
But Jane's on the other side though. You've got, because you've got Poppy, Womp can probably give you a look at it.
I'm sure Womp can, but Womp may struggle getting over the fence.
Poppy's not that big. That's alright.
I'm sure Womp can create a hole.
Yep, I don't say
that's also...
Honestly, I think a hole would be sort of noticeable.
Well, the effect is going to be noticeable in about 30 seconds anyway, hopefully, or maybe 2 minutes. They're going to notice things. But it's whether or not you can cut a hole without setting off any alarms on the fence.
Yeah, just climb, like...
Who's first?
So who's down that corner again? We've got Poppy, Womp, and...
Hollow. With Desrin.
Hollow, yeah.
Okay, we'll go to the other side then, because Desrin's waiting, and we'll see who goes first with Jane.
Bounce.
Jane's doing athletics.
Yeah.
I was going to say, probably put you a fight between Jane and Bolt to bounce over the fence.
Well, it should be Bolt going over first, because again, Jane should be maintaining that overwatch to let the others get through.
I believe Jane can do...
You're maintaining Overwatch on our side.
I believe Jane can do Overwatch while jumping.
It's true.
Sure.
She does have cyber legs.
Because technically at the moment you've got Declan providing Overwatch from the eastern side and Jane providing Overwatch from the western side.
Yeah, this is where Jane just does like, it's probably coordination honestly for her, but yeah. Which would be 3 yellow, 2 green, 3 blue to jump the fence.
Okay, I'm going to put in some potential difficulties. with increasing one. Did you actually want to roll for yourself? Okay.
It's fine.
Not too bad at all. Only 2 threats, which you end up with 1 extra strain, but you make it easily. And you can pretty much provide the same sort of overwatch from the corner of Building C.
Yep.
Just being closer means you can get further in.
And putting into effect that it means he can start providing overwatch over the entire compound too. So.
Yeah, she can do that.
Considering she can only reach 12 squares, it does mean that you got to be careful.
Yeah, she does have double movement though.
But it's the whole aspect for between Jane and Jason. There's also the aspect where effectively having to leapfrog.
Yeah.
On the sense that one of us moves, while the other provides overwatch as much as possible, and the other moves. So.
Okay, so I will have Bolt next. Bolt, why don't you do your athletics or coordination?
I will use coordination, which is 2 yellow, 1 green, 2 blue. Can I have 2 blue, please?
Sure, there's 2 blue.
Thanks, Martin. let me just get those in the mail.
Well, I thought you'd appreciate the fact that they came out as blank as well.
That's like I said, you just use them and you get blank.
And difficulty?
Difficulty will be upgraded.
Oh, okay. I have a red.
I'm happy for you to spend the upgrades now and let Poppy spend them.
Well, you can't unless I spend them.
I know, it's all just like, just get rid of them now on our easier checks.
It's alright, I'll just lift you both, Poppy, and
Just
you can halo up.
Well, you sort of have to throw them over because even at your full extension, I don't think 5 meters is within your reach.
Yeah, but I can give them so I can put them up so they've actually got to start and I can actually follow them behind them.
Okay,
That would make it easier.
Because doesn't our armor actually have a modifier of against falling?
It does.
So you can throw them over.
Bolt's happy to catch as well.
And one's going to have to get to a corner to climb. Because the rest of it won't support you.
Okay.
In trying to copy Jane's superpower to jump over, I get 5 successes and 2 threats.
Okay, so you land awkwardly on the other side while showing off. So that's two more strain to you.
Yep, that's fine.
Just was showing.
As there were extra tumbles and flips in the air. And potentially a barrel roll thrown in.
Nice.
So what do you have on the side? Do we get that?
That leaves a on that side that would be
Just desert.
Nero.
so we've
No,
had
Nero was on my side. No, Nero was on the other side. Nero was on the west side. So
It's just Desert on our side.
let me see, we had Jane, we had can't remember which ones was so we had Bolt go, and then I think everyone ended up on the other side. So yes.
Womp was going to throw people over, and Jane and I were going to play like catch.
So
but the point was that the team going for the glass house was Bolt, Nero, and Bolt and Nero, wasn't it?
but Nero ended up on the side of the helicopter because he's the one who took the shot.
Yeah. So, throwing someone, is that classed as range light?
I will cast that as athletics.
That's good, I'm better with athletics.
So what is your athletics check?
I need to go home.
Is 1 yellow, 3 green, and I will upgrade.
So it looks like we may need to finish up soon as we're having...
I've got
Tired.
a conference in the morning again. So.
Okay, so for the person being thrown, I'm going to say, if you're throwing Poppy, what is Poppy's brawn?
2.
So 2 purple. Okay, so for triumph, you get Poppy over perfectly.
Yep.
Lands sweetly in Jane's arms.
Except Jane is on the other side of the
It
compound.
was a great throw.
It's like Jane's going.
Soup. Alright.
Okay,
Slow
so
soups.
I'm going to assume the rest of you get over the fence, and we'll pick up inside the compound next session.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
But hey, you have a plan, and now you'll need to remember the plan.
Definitely need to watch this back before next session.
Okay.
Okay, Desmond will be so once the others are over on his side, and he's confirmed that Jane is in a scouting position, possibly moved towards the centre of building C on the roof line, I'm guessing. Desmond will basically go for the jump straight over the eastern side of the fence, because
So we'll start next session with everyone inside the fence, closing in on their particular targets.
Objectives. Yeah. Alright, let's do it.
Okay, so end credits.